everyone, this is Sue. I would like to share my journal with you. That is another one of the altered children's books, kind of in that pamphlet style. I kind of showed you in the other one. They're just really thin like this. So I cut it all apart and widened the spine, and I cut the pages because they're usually just one signature, and this is a 5-signature book, and I wanted this story to stay in order. And so I, cut the... Okay, so say I would take this. I would have to cut everything completely in half because it's just one signature. Isn't this a cool book? I think I'm going to have to make this into a journal too. Anyway, so then I had to hinge the pages to I used a piece of designer paper. So I'll show you that as we get into the book. It has this, this was a thin one strand, I don't know what you call it. Not really a yarn, but this is fuzzy yarn. So I took 3 strands and braided them together, wrapped it around twice, and then tied it. It has these little beads on it for a closure. Like I said, it has the 5 signatures sewn in, and I don't know, I always just slide the closures off and on. I had some words down here, so I made a little pocket and made this little, had a little piece of embroidery on it. Still stamping in there. So if you title your journal, you could put a little journal plate tag on there. Whenever you go to a secondhand store to look for old books, they'll price them and they'll stick the sticker right on the front of the... It's like, why do you do that? So you can never get the tag off successfully, or it leaves a residue. So I just covered that up with a little banner and a little crocheted piece on there. Again, I did my sewing around with my free motion foot, and lined it with another old embroidered stitchery. Usually they were like I'm not sure what you call them, some type of a dress or scarf, I suppose, something like that. So this has called the Peter Cottontail. When I was going to make some embellishments and tags and different things like that, I bought another book. This is the book I bought. This is all that's left. I used it completely up to embellish. This book was called Good Job Jelly Bean. So it was another bunny themed journal. And this is kind of an Easter journal, I guess. Peter Cottontail. It's kind of cute. So this is an old vintage postcard. So I stuck that in there. I do have a lot of them from ephemera from years ago, and I'm going to try to start putting that into some of my journals and use it up. So when I had hinged my pages, I used a piece of designer paper and then brought it into this page, and then this becomes the pocket for this page. So it's hinged to this piece of designer paper that runs the length of the book. So that worked out fairly well. And I use the designer paper to make pockets and stuff. So this now, and also anytime you see a paper clip, this is what they are with the images on, altered paper clips. So this is the images from the Good Job Jelly Bean, and that was like a sticker book. So a lot of the images, the little boy stuck the stickers all on them, which he was supposed to do. So I made them into, I used their pockets, and I made them into, and there's pockets inside here. And this is another little journal spot. So I made journal spots that go in the book. And this, I'm not sure the date on this one either. I think This is 1994. So that goes in there, and it just tucks up under that paper clip, kind of holds it in. And these are kind of big pages, so there's a little pocket here too, and a little vintage. I don't know if they're all feed sack fabric or what, but it's similar to that era. So then these were some of the stickers that hadn't gotten used, so I put them in there. This is another paper clip. This is another journal spot. It has this little place for journaling tucked in the top of here. And that opens up and has some pockets and stamping. Here's my freeform stitching. See, getting a little more creative with it. I know it's kind of hard to do, but I really love the people who do that. Belinda from Willow Birch and Clover. I just love her journals. It's like, oh my goodness, I want to buy every one of them. Her style is, we all kind of have our own style, and I just love what she does. And she started doing some freeform stitching. I'm like, oh, I want to do that, but she's really good. So I bought a couple of things from her too. But she just kind of inspires me to try to go out of my comfort zone and try some different things too. So this is, like I said, another paper clip that holds that in there, and this is just a little spot to journal on. And this is a Peter Cottontail page, pocket. I think this is just like a postcard card, I guess. So then the story begins. These are all the Peter Cottontail pages. Then this is the other storybook that fills in with ephemera. And this has a little peekaboo pocket up here, and then you pull on the string, you get some of your little stickers right in there. So you can stick them around in your journal if you want. They kind of peek through there. It says some birds in a little nest, some of the vintage fabric pocket. This is a paper clip. I used one of the images and embellished it a little bit. And this too has some tiered papers tucked in the top of the pocket. This is a little, you can change the stitch on your free motion too. So I changed the stitch, and then it does different things. So very fun. Here's some more journal spots and paper clips and vintage fabric. And this is that trim that I made this out of. It's a big journal card in here. This little hand holds the, it's on a paper clip. Some little quilted fabric up here. Another journal page that opens up with this little tag inside here, with this little tag inside here. Some little flowers in there. This is another paper clip, kind of holds that in. Paper has a bee on it, some fabric on the page here, some stamping. It's a really large journal page tucked in here. I made some paper flowers and put that up there. A little tag in here and some more stickers. Another tag and a journal page in here. This just kind of looks like that. Little fabric pocket. So some more vintage fabric and a little banner up here. A large journal card in there. This is like a really old postcard. That was really cute. Kind of matched this little pocket. There's a little ticket in it. Goes underneath there. He peeks through that little window. I got a little square punch, so I was kind of playing around with that, and let's see what, I'll get it. I wanted to, it looks like this. And I wanted to make some of those things that look like slides, like this. But when you punch it with this, it only leaves this really narrow side here. So I thought, well, I don't like that. So I suppose you can get them either in a, cut it in a Big Shot, or maybe there's a Big Shot die for that. But I don't have that, all that fancy stuff. So I did try to make some. So maybe I'll do a tutorial on how I made those. If you only have one of these and you want to make some of these, it does work, because I took a couple of days and figured it out. But I'm going to figure that out. So, yeah, that was another. Leave a comment below if you'd like to see a video on that, and a tutorial on that. I'm not that great at tutorials, but. So here's another little journal card, and this little butterfly, and this little book image with paper on the back, and it says a little price tag I had laying around, so I put fabric on it and put the little button and pinned it on there. Goes in there. And more pockets and story pages, and this is the front cover of that book. So I tore that out, because 5 signatures is a pretty large journal. I thought, wow, that was going to take a lot to try to embellish this journal. So I took this paper, I cut it all, fussy cut them out, and I think I made a hinge for them out of this paper. So you can see it right here, kind of a hinge, and it's hinged in around this page. And then I paper clipped this paper on here, and I put some more stickers on here. So that just becomes a page. So then here's another page with some more stickers here to embellish your little Easter journal. It can be an Easter journal or a baby journal or just your everyday journal. And this, used some of my ribbon here and made some pockets. It's got a little, see, here's the other side of the hinge. So I just kind of put it as a page inside the hinge on there. Here's some more journal folded pages with some paper clips holding them in. And here's another, some washi tape hinged on there. Goes in this pocket. This is a little pocket up here too. If you have little tickets or something you want to stick in there, there's a tuck spot under here, and I think this is another little tuck spot, this little flower. There's a tuck spot under here too, and a flower. This is a paper clip just clipped on there if you want to, tuck things in there like that. Little journal spot there. This is a paper clip if you want to clip things on the page. I try not to cover up the pages because they're kind of pretty. They're very pretty. This hinge then that holds this page in, I cut a little, I didn't want to cover up their little cute faces, so I cut a little window in there. And then I put this is a ticket from one of my printables in my Etsy store. I'll link that below too. It's got some bunnies on it. And another journal page in here with a ticket. He was in the bathtub with jelly beans. So she became a tuck spot and he became a journal card. There's pockets in here. This goes in this sheet music page. That's a little paper clip. Can kind of hold that in too. That's the paper clips. Then he had this one page had stickers all over it. So I left the sticker on there. The little boy, he must have put the stickers on. So his face is covered up a little bit. There's a pocket here with this little numbers card inside. There's another one of my bunny tags in that pocket there. This is a vintage Easter greetings card. I thought that would go in there. That's really cute. So that goes in that pocket there. And it's another flower that I made into a paper clip. Another little old vintage playing card in there. Pocket B1. It's what that card says. It has some pages in it for writing in. These are some little cards. Charles and Nora. So if I'm going to put them in, I'm going to put them in these pockets. That's kind of cute. These are a little bunny in bed. This little music card in there. There's another pocket over here. Some of the pockets don't have things in them. This is a little old quilt piece on this, sewn on there. This goes in there. Little fabric pocket holds it in there. This is a big journal. And this is a tag with some of the fabric and little muslin plates down there. They're, you know, you can pin stuff on or hang things on there. They're just glued on the sides. And this is a little bead dangle on the bottom of this. And this comes off. This flips down. And then this just has a card inside the envelope. This puts it on the page there. Yeah, so it just kind of clips back on and holds. And this is, you know, there's room underneath this muslin piece too to hang something on if you want. It has an old vintage postcard inside. Kind of went with the colors. I thought it was pretty. And there's another one of the bunny tags in there. Some stamping. This is a pocket here. This is another card in the envelope. Little tuck spot. Tip out or tip in. And I tried my hand at making some of the old book page envelopes. So it doesn't have anything in it, but it goes in this pocket here. Yeah, I guess it's not going to fit in the whole screen. The recipe card in this pocket. Bunny tag in this pocket. Some retro fabric there. This is a little quilted house I made. You know, there was a little house on here. So I thought, I'm going to put my little house in there. I must have made houses 1 or 2 days, and I got a lot of houses, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them all. But every once in a while, they find their place into a project that kind of fits in, just fits right in. This is also a tuck spot here under this paper clip. Paper clip, embellished paper clip, some vintage fabric, a big journal card. This is the hinge, you know, from the other page, so it kind of has 2 pockets, or I just didn't want to cover the page up or the words. This is a old library file card. It said St. Peter, so I thought, oh, Peter, close enough. It's the Peter Cottontail book, so this guy's head got cut off, and there's a little sticker on him, but you can't get those stickers off for nothing, so there, I'll sit on there. But I just made a little journal spot out of them. I wanted to use everything in here, so there's some more. That's a paper clip, embellished paper clip, hold things in. It's another, this is a pocket, so you can, you know, tuck things under there. Opens up. A little quilted piece on there, and I put some little quilted pieces here. Tuck spot, large journal card from the storybook. It's a big journal card. There's a pocket under here. This is, I ordered a journal from Bonnie and Clive. And when her box came, like when you just tape it shut, you know, with clear tape. She used this really cool tape. Like, oh my God, it's so pretty. So when you rip it off, of course, you know, the box ripped off with it, but it's a pocket. So I used it to, here's the journal I bought. Isn't it cool? This is from Bonnie and Clyde. Oh yeah, I just love it. Anyway, that's from her packaging, so I put that in here. And then this little piece of cut off with the sticker matched. So I'll stick that in there. And I found this page in another book, and I just painted over the words, and used it for a journal spot in here. This is like a little fabric pocket with a little vintage tally card. It had bunnies on it, so put in there. This is just a journal card. This is another little window card. This is just an envelope with a card for journaling. Another journal card in that pocket. Another flower. Paper clip holds this in. Another pocket here. My art stamp that I love. Butterflies. And a little quilted pocket on there. Just a little journal spot for writing. And that's the back. So that is my Peter Cottontail Altered Children's Book journal. And that too can be a, baby journal, or very cute. Just put slide the closure off and on. So that's my journal share for today, Peter Cottontail. A delightful Easter story every child will love, I suppose it says. I covered up. So that'll be in my Etsy store, and you can go over and check that out. I have one more little project that I've been working on I want to share with you. I have this printable in my Etsy store. It's a printable of these different butterflies on cards, like journal cards. And in some of my previous videos, I don't think I have one where I've just cut the butterfly out and used it as a little journal card. And so they kind of look like that. And I used them like this, just a journal card, put some lace on, and embellished with some little rhinestones. So some of them, look like that. So that was kind of fun. So then the journal that I have coming up that I want to use them for, I used the Tim Holtz people. Because, I have so many. I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to try and use those Tim Holtz people. So I cut my butterflies out. I don't know if I can find which one I used, but you can kind of tell. And I used them as wings on my Tim Holtz people. So then, let's see if I can find. All right, this might be a match. So say this was the butterfly I cut out. So then to make her crown, I just cut it out of some of this other, I think right there. No? It'd have to be here. Up here? Well, I cut it out of the background of that. So these are, and then I colored them. I think I just used my dollar store markers and colored over them whatever color I wanted their clothes to be. So that was really fun. I kind of always enjoy altered things, but I don't really make a lot of altered people or stuff like that. But so this was about as my biggest altering project that I did with the Tim Holtz people, coloring the Tim Holtz people, and my printable in my Etsy store for made all my little Oh, so cute. Look at the little rhinestone up there. So yeah, they're all dressed up and ready to go into a journal. So as soon as I get done with my infatuation of my children's altered books, I have some. Well, I'll go get one. It's I don't know if you remember a while ago. Let's see. Here's one. I made those really big journals. I think they're like 9 by 13 or something. Well, I've been working on 4 of those for the last 3 months, I think, and then I just get sidetracked with something else, and I quick make it. But I don't think I even get in the camera. So they're really big like this. But that is kind of what I've been designing. You know, a lot of these different altered paper clips. I can't get in the screen. Well, anyway, they're all almost done on the covers. They're all stitched in, and I just have some finishing touches to do on them because they are kind of a collection, so I just wanted to have all 4 of them done at the same time. So that's kind of what inspired me to do. Some of these are in there and different things like that. So like I said, if you want me to do a tutorial on how exactly I make some of these, I could do that. Or if you want to see how I made these, I can do a tutorial on that too. I don't have real interesting things inside of them because I was just, I was just trying to see if I could, figure out how to make them. So, yeah, let me know down below. And check out my Etsy store for my printables, and you can kind of make your own fun little altered Tim Holtz people with, they're fairies. That's what they are. They're fairies. My Tim Holtz fairies. So anyway, I thank you for watching, and check the links below to go to my Etsy store for my Peter Cottontail journal and my butterfly printables, and have fun with them. So thank you very much. Bye now.